Okay, at the bottom left as the blue Zerg, we have TOT Naugrim, and at the top right as the purple Zerg, we have Spidey, aka eOnzErG. Okie dokie, so we are in a regame from the first match because of an unfortunate disconnect situation. Thankfully, it seems that. Wait, is it still lagging? Okay, it seems okay now. Apparently, Cadenz's upset that we're actually in StarCraft now. I don't know. How do you guys feel about this? Maybe we should just convert into a pure Minesweeper stream. If that's what you guys want. I can be a Minecraft. God damn it! No, the Ark. This is your fault. I can be a Minesweeper pro gamer. If you guys prefer. Okay. So in the first game we had a 12 hatch from Naugrim against what apparently was a 12 pool from eOnzErG. Which is definitely in favor of the 12 hatcher. Let's see what happens this game, if they do the same builds or if they do something else. I wonder if there are there like actual Minesweeper competitions. I don't think that would make any sense, right? But then again, you have like competitive Tetris, don't you? And looks like eOnzErG has switched build. Oh my god, it's the reverse! Oh man. I can't believe what I'm watching right now. This time eOnzErG is going 12 hatch and Naugrim is going, I think, 12 pool. Oh man, that is quite sad for Naugrim. I think, wait. I said this is 12 pool, but I'm not sure. I think it was. So this is the second Overlord, right? Apparently there's competitive rock, paper, scissors. So sure. I guess we can do competitive Minesweeper. Why not? Edward would listen to the shirtless guy. Seems good. Hey, what's up, Rhett? If a player disconnects in that situation, wouldn't it make sense to agree to play out the same builds at least? Maybe? I mean, I actually think that would make a lot of sense. But I feel like that also gets you into a weird territory, because do you also apply that to other matchups? Like, you know, what if you play a PvZ and you disconnect after the opening? Do you say, oh well, you went Forge Fast Expand, so you have to Forge Fast Expand again? Like, I don't know, because I think that just makes it kind of weird if you're only doing that for ZvZ and you get into kind of like murky waters with rules. But I think I would like that, to be honest. I just don't know how you would necessarily word it in rulings. Anyways, we got the sunken finish now for eOnzErG. He's gonna be safe against any lings. I mean, the lings aren't even close to his base, so it's just chilling over here. Iopti says, why wouldn't you force him to forge FE? I mean, that's fair enough, I guess. But I mean, what if you have a situation where, like, you know, you've scouted him and because you can't enforce the same spawn locations, right? So you could potentially end up in situations where, you know, you do an early scout, and depending on whether you see him at a close location or not, you do a different build. But if you regame and you spawn in a different location, are you then forced to do the same build even though you would have done something else? See what I mean? You get into kind of weird, potentially complicated situations. Now obviously it's not like people are disconnecting every game, so sure, it probably works 90% of the time. But I don't know. Seems kind of complicated. Alright, anyway, back to the game. Zerglings from eOnzErG coming out. They do have speed. I think both players do have speed. So eOnzErG is just going to catch a couple of Zerglings here on the bridges while Naugrim runs away. Naugrim does have his own Sunken Colony morphing. It should be done, I think, in time for the or to defend against the Zerglings coming in. But that is a lot of Zerglings coming in from eOnzErG. eOnzErG building a ton of Zerglings. And Naugrim could potentially be dead right here, I think. He's got more Zerglings coming out. The Sunken is helping out, but look at all those Zerglings coming in. 2 drones actually doing a lot of damage. Look at this, the 2 drones free-firing from the front lines, and good defense here from Naugrim. Look at this, and also stopping eOnzErG from running freely up the ramp here. Wow, great defense. I thought that was going to go horribly for Naugrim, but Naugrim, with the great defense at the front, takes down eOnzErG's Zerglings, doesn't lose a single drone, and eOnzErG now in a slightly awkward position maybe, although he does have the Spire on the way. It looks like the Spire timing is a little bit ahead for Naugrim, but since they're cross-map, I don't know if that's necessarily going to do that much for Naugrim. I mean, he might just be able to grab a free Overlord or something like that. And looks like the counterattack coming in for Naugrim, but eOnzErG had his own Sunken for a while, so I don't think it's really going to do anything. Yeah, Naugrim sees the Sunken. He sends a little scouting Zergling in there, sees the Sunken colony, and is like, alright, I'm out. I am out of here. What's the supplies? 22 to 22. What's the drone count? 2 drones here. So 9 drones plus the 3 on gas is 12 drones for Naugrim. And it looks like 11 drones for eOnzErG. So it seems that Naugrim, not only with a slightly faster Spire, but also with a 1 drone advantage, which obviously doesn't sound like a lot, but when you only have 11 or 12 drones total, that's a pretty significant difference here. And looks like Naugrim also making a couple of extra drones. That seems a little bit dangerous with all these Zerglings running around on the map. He does have the Overlord. The Overlords are moving away as well, so you can't keep track of your opponent's production anymore. Like you could in the early game, and it looks like, oh, some Scourge coming out for Eon. Actually, Scourge coming out for both players, trying to snipe the initial mutas. Trying to snipe the mutas when the counts are low, because of course, when you only have 1 or 2 muta, even if your micro is godly, it's very difficult to micro down the Scourge. It gets much easier once you go up to, 4, 5, 6 mutas, and you can start one-shotting the Scourge. But 1 or 2 muta makes it super duper hard. I think also, isn't the actual mechanics of the patrol micro slightly harder if you only have 1 or 2 muta? I don't know. I could be wrong about that. Oh! 1 connection? I think that was 4 Scourge into 1 muta, right? I think that was 4 Scourge from Naugrim into 1 of Eon's mutas, but Naugrim appears to have lost an Overlord at some point that he's had to replace here. So he's actually, well, no, he's caught up in supply now, both at 34. And looks like eOnzErG trying to catch another muta, but he knows it's going to be difficult. Oh! I don't know if that was intentional or not, but I don't know if he just expected that to be a Mutalisk and just attacked into it. But he actually kills an Overlord, which is not, I mean, it's okay. That's not the preferred target, obviously, for the Scourge. So we've got 7 mutas now for Naugrim against 5 mutas plus a couple sets of Scourge for eOnzErG. It's still pretty close. I think, especially with Defender's Advantage, eOnzErG should be fine. Naugrim, I think, is just looking for Overlords right now, but we can see on the minimap the other Overlord is on the north side. It's quite interesting if it was mirrored and Naugrim went on the north side, he would have found that. But obviously not doing so. Interesting also, I think the muta grouped Overlord got moved a little bit closer to eOnzErG than perhaps he would have liked. Naugrim is mining a second gas with 1 drone. eOnzErG mining the second gas with 2 drones, it looks like. I can do a quick recheck of the drone counts. I'm just going to check minerals. So 7 plus 3 is 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 drones versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 9, 12. Naugrim is 14 drones, 12 for eOnzErG, if I counted that correctly. But we have a muta engagement. Alright, lots of Scourge coming in from the side though for Naugrim. And it's Muta Scourge versus Muta Scourge, a lot of Scourge for eOnzErG, but they do kind of pause. Both players trying to micro it down. It looks like all the Scourge have gotten killed. It looks like 7 mutas remain for Naugrim, 6 for eOnzErG. A very, very close exchange. The supplies are still almost dead even. It is just so close how this game has gone. Remember, the openings were slightly in favor of eOnzErG. He did go for the 12 hatch versus the 12 pool of Naugrim, but then went for that huge Zergling attack, whereas Naugrim, I think, was making more drones. So Naugrim, again, I think has a 1 or 2 drone advantage right now, unless eOnzErG's built more drones. But that seems, I'm pretty sure he'd just be just making pure muta Scourge right now. Oops. do we have any upgrades? No upgrade yet for Naugrim. None yet for eOnzErG. I'm not actually 100% sure how long exactly the upgrades take. I don't know what like the earliest game time is that we can expect them. We're just coming up on 10 minutes now into the game. But you know, given the amount of air right now, I think getting an upgrade will become a very, very worthwhile investment. I would actually be surprised if neither player was getting an upgrade right now. But here we go. Looks like a bunch of Scourge coming in from eOnzErG. Nice control by Naugrim. A couple of Scourge do connect. It looks like he's down to 10, 11 mutas there with that additional reinforcement coming in. 11 mutas against 9, it seems. Yeah, he's got 11 mutas against 9 right now. He's got a couple of extra Scourge as well. eOnzErG coming in. He actually gets another Scourge connection. And this looks like it's 10 mutas to 10 mutas, although there are some Scourge here for Naugrim. But remember, since they are fighting over eOnzErG's base, some of the Glaive Worms will bounce onto other things that are not Mutalisks, the Overlords and the Zerglings, for example, and more Scourge coming in straight away for eOnzErG. Naugrim is down to just 5 Mutalisks against 7. eOnzErG with the advantage right now, it seems, and it looks like 6 mutas remain for eOnzErG. 3 only for Naugrim. Naugrim came into that attack quite close, pretty much even on the Air Force with eOnzErG and leaves down 3 Mutalisks. He does have 3 more coming in to reinforce. Can he micro down the Scourge? Even if he does, he will be taking pot shots from eOnzErG's mutas. While he does so, looks like, oh, he's actually found Random Overlord here as well, and it looks like both players having to micro against Scourge. I think a couple of Scourge came in from Naugrim there. 6 mutas against 6 mutas. I'm actually able to set them all in a control group now, and it looks like eOnzErG is going to head home with his 6. Any counterattacks coming in? No. Both players, of course, with the Sunken Colony means, you know, sneaking in a few lings here and there is a bit more difficult compared to if, obviously, those Sunkens weren't there. So it seems eOnzErG got slightly better in that exchange, but he is now going to lose a few more Scourge. 1 connection, I think? Or maybe 2 connections there overall? It looks like 2 connections on these guys. Alright, so what do we have now? 43 to 45. It is still insanely close. Do we have an upgrade finished? Let's have a look. Not yet for eOnzErG. Not yet for Naugrim. Alright, still no upgrades. And we have 1 Zergling seeing. eOnzErG seems to have slightly better vision coverage to see where the Air Force is. It looks like it's a few more connections, but Naugrim seems like he's confident that he has the muta advantage. I mean, he does have a Scourge advantage as well, so eOnzErG just trying to kite back away from the Scourge, doing a really good job. A few connections. Wow, look at this, 9 mutas for eOnzErG, only 4 for Naugrim. Naugrim, though, going for a big Zergling counterattack, but at the end of the day, the Sunken makes the difference, and Naugrim, even though he kills all eOnzErG's lings, isn't able to break in the front, and Naugrim now in a bit of trouble, falling behind in supply, constantly bleeding out mutas. eOnzErG is going up in the muta count, 9 mutas now. But look at this Naugrim just taking a lot of Scourge hits. He keeps taking these Scourge hits that he can't really afford. And I think eOnzErG is now firmly in control of this game. 10 supply difference when you're at 30 to 40 is absolutely massive, right? So even though Naugrim, I thought, was in a decent position with the extra couple of drones, he was the aggressor, and unfortunately it didn't work out for him. So I guess now it's down to when eOnzErG feels confident in attacking himself. Looks like, oh man, he's even gonna grab another free Overlord here. Naugrim seems to have done this a couple of times this game, just not keeping track well enough of his Overlords used in the muta stack and allowing them to get a little bit too far across the map. Alright, so now eOnzErG is coming in. He appears to have 12 muta, 3 Scourge. He's got more Scourge coming in to reinforce. And what do we have here? 10 muta. It's still pretty close, and this time Naugrim has defender's advantage. Alright, here we go. It's going to come down to the micro. Whose Scourge are going to connect? Naugrim is microing back. Looks like his Scourge have been taken down. Oh man, a big connection there for eOnzErG's Scourge. And while all this is going on, eOnzErG's muta are going crazy here, killing drones at the natural. Naugrim able to finally take them down. Looks like eOnzErG, though, losing track of 1 of his mutas. Does lose it for free. That could be very, very critical for Naugrim, but he's quite far behind in supply right now. It looks like eOnzErG is the one committing. Naugrim's muta stack isn't actually quite stacked properly, although eOnzErG's isn't either at this point. Looks like now restacking them, and here we go. This could be the final muta engagement. 8 mutas left for Naugrim, still 9 for eOnzErG. Oh man, eOnzErG I think is going to take the game right here with his attack. Naugrim cannot hold on anymore and is down to below 20 supply. And GG from Naugrim. eOnzErG with, I mean, at the end of the day, with the superior Mutalisk control, does take the game, and that is very often what ZvZ boils down to. How many of your Scourge connect versus how many of your opponents. Super close there for a really long time. Not sure. I mean, I guess, you know, in hindsight, Naugrim just didn't need to attack right there, right? Because he had like a 2-drone advantage. So why throw away your mutas there? But it's easy for us to say. And it's not. That's just the first game. This is a best of 3 finals. So we will be going into game number 2 here whenever they figure out the map. Thank you, Cake Sauce, for hosting me. And at the bottom left is the yellow Zerg, we have TOT Naugrim, and at the bottom right as the teal Zerg, we have IFU eOnzErG. Looks like he switched back to his eOnzErG account. And yeah, guys, looks like Sinestro posting up some links in the chat, so yeah, check that out at the ESL website. It is definitely one of the biggest, if not the biggest, Brood War tournament for foreigners that I've seen in a very, very long time. I can't remember. I think it's comparable to the TSL prize pool. I think the TSL 2 prize pool was around there. It might have been like 20,000 total prize pool or something like that. It's very, very similar. So this is really, really an amazing event that that ESL are pulling up. All right. So what do we got here? Let's keep an eye on the builds. Always got to make sure to pay attention early game ZvZ. Can't goof around too much in this matchup. Okay, looks like we've got got some 9 pool in action from eOnzErG. And it's gonna be Overlord first from Naugrim. Wait, what? Wait, did he 9-hatch? I was like, why does he have so much money? Wait, I think Naugrim 9-hatched against eOnzErG's 9 pool. Oh my lordy. Now, very unfortunately for Naugrim, he's gonna get scouted first by eOnzErG. Notice Naugrim sent his Overlord to the middle so he wouldn't get scouted. This was a 9-hatch, right? This was definitely a 9-hatch. 9-hatch is a Zergling all-in build. So Naugrim is not gonna play mutas anymore. You know, he got a little bit out microed last game and has decided this game that he is just going to Zergling all in eOnzErG. Now the problem is the Overlord sees exactly what's going on. eOnzErG not even actually bothering to hide his Overlord. Like, he could have kept it out of vision of the hatchery and scooted around the bottom, but he's gonna go straight into the main right now. But he should figure out from this timing that this is a 9-hatch, right? Because this hatchery is way too far along to be a 12-hatch. So yes, we shall see what eOnzErG does to deal with this. He's gone for a lair and then pulled guys off gas. Interesting. So he's not getting speed, right? He didn't have time to mine 200 gas, did he? So he just went for the lair. He's now going to attack with his Zerglings. Now this hatchery is finished, so Naugrim is only going to mine enough gas to get speed, and then he's just going to put them back on minerals and only make Zerglings. Okay, so the Zerglings are here. 6 Zerglings coming out for Naugrim. Hatchery down to quite low health. It's down to 500. Oh my god, if he loses his hatchery, that is going to be horrendous. But it looks like his Zerglings do come down in time. But the eOnzErG does get a slightly better arc. eOnzErG with the better arc here. Naugrim is in big trouble. Oh my god, Naugrim just needs to buy some time. He might need to pull a couple of drones. He's not going to. The hatchery's down to 180 HP. It's only got 3 Zerglings attacking it though, and eOnzErG did not reinforce with any Zerglings. So the hatchery is going to survive with 164 HP. But at any point, if Naugrim doesn't pay attention and eOnzErG backstabs with a few lings, he could kill this hatchery. Now, eOnzErG has made a creep colony. He's also built a really nice spire position here, so very limited surface area that Zerglings could go for a snipe. It also helps to block as well when, you know, if the Zerglings go in for the kill on the sunken. And eOnzErG has the Overlord here. He sees everything that's going on. I mean, you know, it's a 9-hatch Ling all in. There's not much to say anymore. It's just, when is Naugrim actually going to go for the kill here, and will eOnzErG be able to defend it? It looks like Naugrim actually is very, very scared of a backstab at the natural. Like I said, he sent 4 lings to the side, but we can see that there's no backstab, and that's actually going to hurt him, because that's just going to delay his break on eOnzErG, he might actually change tactics here, and instead of going all in with the Lings, he could potentially build an evolution chamber and try and turtle up, but I feel like he would just be in a really bad position at that point. I really don't think that's the way to go here. I think he just needs to commit to the all-in. We can see a second creep colony here for eOnzErG. He knows Naugrim just needs to go in with the Zerglings, and here we go. Naugrim trying to be a little bit efficient here on the ramp, it seems. But, I mean, it's pretty hard. And here we go. Okay, he's forced eOnzErG back. Naugrim does have speed, which eOnzErG does not have. The second sunken colony is not finished. If that finishes, I don't think there's anything that Naugrim can do, because the Spire is done, and the Mutas will be coming out shortly. It looks like Naugrim actually made drones. Naugrim is actually going to try and turtle this out. Oh, man. Look at this Evo block. He's actually built this to stop Naugrim from sniping the Spire. He's being so careful. Look, this Spire is untouchable by Zerglings right now. And it looks like Naugrim's going in. Naugrim is going in. There's no way this works. Nice drone drill. Nice muta timing. Yeah, absolutely nothing Naugrim can do. He's not even going to kill one sunken. It seems like maybe he killed one drone. I think he got maybe one drone there. But that's it. Now, are the spores in time? The spores are going to be in time, though. So we are actually going to see the game go a little bit longer. You can see he made the ones at the natural first. And interestingly, eOnzErG, seeing the spore timing, presumably with his Overlord, has decided to just kill the Overlord in his base. He knows he's not going to make it in time to actually kill him. How many drones left? There's actually only 6 drones left. I guess Naugrim maybe actually killed 1 or 2 more drones than I thought, because there's only 6 drones here. How many drones does Naugrim have? Naugrim just made a bunch, so he's got 4 at his natural. 7, 11, 12, 13. He's got 14 drones against 6. Naugrim has 14 drones against 6. If he doesn't die, he could actually be okay. By the way, his hatchery is still at low health. If I was Naugrim, I might have even made this my lair instead of the main, because that will, of course, provide extra HP, and I'm not sure about armor, actually. It's probably the same armor value. Wait, do buildings have armor, don't they? I think buildings have armor. I could be completely talking out of my ass there, but yeah, it's not optimal. All right, maybe they don't. Somebody said nope in the chat. All right, buildings don't have armor. I'm just crazy. Buildings should have armor. Wait, no, Sero says they all have 1 natural armor. Yes, yes, Sero agrees with me. Thank you. Wait, no, that's not Sero. That's SCP2. What? That's not even close to Sero. All right. I read SCP's name and I thought he was Sero. I think it's because you have the same color and you both have the Twitch Prime icon. So I just assumed that you were Sero. Alright, look at somebody else also says they have base armor, so that's good. So a couple of drones taken down here. And looks like eOnzErG now building another hatch in his main. Was something dead there? Was that like a Zergling or something? Oh man, nice control though. Look at this, eOnzErG taking down 2 more drones. This is what he needs. This is absolutely what he needs. And he's building the hatch in his main because he can't defend against a Ling counter, right? So he doesn't want to risk building it at his natural. And there's a lot of creeps. That's going to be a spore. That might be a sunken eventually, actually. And we do have the Spire up now for Naugrim. Looks like eOnzErG making a small mistake there, not actually able to snipe that drone. It seems a couple of the mutas were out of range or something, so he didn't actually get the one shot. Because I think 5 mutas is supposed to one shot a drone, right? Yeah. Alright, looks like this. I have confirmation that all buildings have 1 armor. Okay, so morphing on there gives you more HP, but it doesn't give you more armor. But you do get 1 base armor in all buildings. Okay, good. Alright, that makes sense. Okay, whew! Man, I was really scared that I was just making something completely up. I don't even know how I would make that up. Guys, don't you think that Lair and Hive should have more armor, though? I mean, you know, I don't like Zergs, but I think that would make sense, like, I don't know, lore-wise. Guys, because you know, Zergs need some buffs. We can give Hive 3 armor. That seems fair. Alright, so looks like a 3rd hatch now being made by eOnzErG. So he made the first hatch in his main for safety, but then you can see that Naugrim is just droning up and is being super defensive. So and he's also kind of got decent vision, is He's got control of the map. He knows what's going on, so he's feeling safe taking this hatchery. Is it going to be spotted? Yes, it is. I think that's close enough. So I think Naugrim sees that hatchery. But I don't think he knows about the hatchery in the main, though. I do not think he sees the hatchery in the main. Alright, looks like some mutas are finally now coming out for Naugrim. He's going to be facing 6 mutas of eOnzErG, 7 now, who is doing some really nice drone harass here. He's gotten, what, 6, 7 free drones so far, 8 drones at least this game, but the supplies are still quite close. And I like that Naugrim is sending out a scouting Zergling just to check, make sure that there's no secret base here from eOnzErG. Now what's going to be very interesting here is that, I mean, this is almost turning out to be like that Tai 2 versus Naugrim game, that 30-minute ZvZ that we saw on Sniper Ridge. Because Naugrim, with all these spores, he can't be killed straight up by the air of eOnzErG, right? And actually, as the game gets longer, that's going to be a huge annoyance for eOnzErG, because anytime eOnzErG moves out with his mutas, he's got to be scared of Naugrim's mutas, like backstabbing him and killing all his drones. Whereas for Naugrim, he doesn't really have to worry about an air backstab, at least, because he's got all these spores in his base. So his mutas are actually slightly more free in their movements around the map. So we'll see how this plays out. This could, oh man, this could be really cool. We could be seeing some crazy mass air battles here. Looks like +1 carry base for eOnzErG has finished as well, so we are seeing air upgrades this game. eOnzErG, knowing that this is going to go for a longer game, knowing how critical those upgrades can be, investing very wisely in the carapace upgrade. Of course, it is generally more useful than the attack upgrade in ZvZ. But here we go. Muta's coming out for Naugrim. He's got 11. Looks like 10 in this control group for eOnzErG. Does he have any more? Looks like Naugrim is actually really caught up on the muta count here. What about the drone count, though? I think that's 5, maybe 6, because I missed one. 6 drones there. 9 plus 9, 18 drones, maybe? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 against, so that's 19. What did I say it was here? Like 18? My god, I can't remember what I said. I think I said it was like 18 or something. Or 16? Oh my god, whatever, you guys heard me. Those are the drone counts. Guys, doing math in your head is so hard, man. I can't math. Oh, nice connection. Grabs a muta there. eOnzErG was not paying attention. Allowed his muta to stop moving. Oh. Going in again? Not quite. Oh, but we have another base here from Naugrim. Naugrim taking a 3rd. Very, very interesting. His hatchery is still quite low, by the way. eOnzErG could potentially run in and try and snipe it, I guess. I mean, he takes so much damage from 3 spores, though. I think we're gonna have one giant engagement here. It's gonna come down to, I guess, who splits the Scourge better and stuff. I mean, once you get more than one control group in mutas, it's pretty hard to micro properly to do the anti-Scourge micro, right? Unless you're Jaedong. I guess now's the time to see, is Jaedong smurfing as eOnzErG or as Naugrim? See a lot of overlords here. Presumably these are the stacking overlords that are moving back down. Where are Naugrim stacking overlords? All those overlords are at the natural. Huh. Is Naugrim not really too bothered about that? Wait. Why is he building a 2nd evolution chamber? eOnzErG, I think, forgot that he already made an evolution chamber and has made a 2nd one. Guys, that's not for Hydra upgrades. Wait. The Air Force is coming down here, though. Naugrim's gonna see it. Is he gonna come back or is he gonna counterattack? Looks like he's counterattacking. Look at the minimap. He's actually gonna sack this base and gonna go straight for the counterattack with his 11 muta. Look at it. Everything is going for the counterattack. He knows. He has the spore colonies. eOnzErG keeping his Air Force here. He's waiting. eOnzErG not realizing the danger that he's in. And there's the big counterattack from Naugrim. This could be one big base race to decide the game. The Scourge are going to intercept eOnzErG's mutas. All the drones at the natural are not dead because they've actually just ran away. What is Naugrim doing? He's targeting the hatchery. That's going to take way too long to kill. But there's actually 2 spores in eOnzErG's main, and it looks like Naugrim sacked his 3rd hatchery, but I'm not sure he really got that much value in return. Killed maybe a couple of drones. Looks like doing some micros. Something's going on the other side. It looks like eOnzErG's microing on the other side here. Micro battles from both players. I really can't keep up with both of them. And it looks like eOnzErG are going to lose the Air Force on the right side, but he's 1 on the left side here. 7 mutas for Naugrim against 11 for eOnzErG, and it seems that eOnzErG has significantly won out on the muta exchange here. 11 mutas against just 4 left for Naugrim. Does he have any? No, he's got 3. AFK at the bottom here. More Scourge coming in for Naugrim. Naugrim lost track of 3 mutas that are there, not doing anything. It looks like he's just using his Scourge to defend his remaining muta. 3 mutas still AFK at the bottom here. It looks like eOnzErG, by the way, had 2 carapace against the 1 carapace of Naugrim. I don't know if that was the case during that fight. Presumably it was, which would also help to explain why eOnzErG took that down so convincingly. That 1 extra carapace helping a lot, but Naugrim, I don't know what he's doing here. I think that might be a rally error. Oh man, I think that is a pretty critical rally error there on those mutalisks. He still hasn't found the 3 mutas that are just in Eon's base. Eon hasn't found them either. Both players just completely forgetting about them. 4 Zerglings from eOnzErG going into Naugrim's base. Naugrim just retrieving his scattered mutas, except these ones, because nobody cares about these guys. Hello? Oh, he found them. He found them, but they're gonna die now. Alright, he's gonna split them out a little bit, but it seems... No, he's actually gonna save these 2. Okay, the supplies are actually remarkably close, given what just occurred. But it looks like eOnzErG coming in with some oh my god, eOnzErG actually doesn't even have Zergling speed yet. Coming in with slowlings. It's like trying to do some micro here. It's neck and neck supply still. It's neck and neck supply, which means Naugrim must have had more drones than eOnzErG this whole time. I mean, Naugrim did kill someone he went in. I have no idea who's ahead right now. eOnzErG, his main advantage is actually the upgrade. That extra carapace upgrade does a lot. And once again, Naugrim is baiting Eon into attacking his 3rd, but I thought he was going to counter, but he's not. He is. Oh man, he really should have just gone straight for the attack, I think. And Naugrim actually just doesn't get anything. Oh wait, he might get a muta. Nice. But now he's going to get caught a little bit, but now he's in spore range. So he actually got 1 muta, didn't quite finish off the Overlord. I think he lost the drone here. Who is ahead? Naugrim has lost a lot of drones. He's down to 9 on the patches in the main, 1 on the patches in the natural. Max gas mining, of course. And he's against 4 and 10. So he's down something like 3 or 4 drones, I think, on minerals, with both players mining from both gas. Looks like eOnzErG was now thinking of taking the 3 o'clock base, gonna get stopped by a Naugrim Zergling. And looks like Naugrim's +2 carapace has finished as well, and I don't think you can get +3 without getting Hive, right? So any further upgrades would just be the attack upgrades. Naugrim moving in, but eOnzErG is in perfect position to intercept, and he's actually going to sandwich him against the Spore Colonies. All of the Scourge pretty much connect, and that was a horrible engagement for Naugrim. Oh my god, Naugrim now coming in with his own Scourge, though. He's going to connect on some of the chasing Mutalisks of eOnzErG. Look at eOnzErG, though. He's got a second group of Muta in the back. 6 and 11 against just 10 for Naugrim. Naugrim going to get a couple of snipes here. He's going to go in with the Scourge. Man, Naugrim in full retreat now. They're going to even lose 1 Overlord. Look at Naugrim's micro, though. He's trying to snipe individual Muta. Really doing a good job with that. But Naugrim plummeting to 51 supply against the 66 of eOnzErG. eOnzErG making his 3rd hatchery at the 3 o'clock position, although Naugrim also making his 3rd hatchery. But how can he defend it? He has the inferior Air Force right now. And, whoa, hello, doing another interception here. I think this is I think this is 2 control groups. Well, no, it's actually pretty much just 12. Wow, wait, what? 3 drones getting taken down. Naugrim wanted to start mining gas here. Naugrim could intercept a few more Mutalisks, but eOnzErG does pull them back. And Naugrim just trying to desperately hold on to the 3rd base. But I think that's going to be it here. eOnzErG's +1 attack also does finish. So he's at 2-1 against the 2-0 of Naugrim. eOnzErG with the Muta superiority. is once again going to win a fight here. And remember, eOnzErG is up 1-0. It is just a best of 3. If eOnzErG takes this game, he will take down ESL Weekly number 6. And it's looking very much like he is going to do so. The hatchery is almost dead. Naugrim, he does have defender's advantage. You can see some of the glaive worms from eOnzErG's mutas are actually hitting the hatchery. And Naugrim looks like he might actually win this. Naugrim, I think for the first time in this game, wins an air engagement here. He's got 9 mutas now to just a 4 of eOnzErG. The hatchery barely surviving. You guys saw that it was tanking some of the glaive worms, which is the big defender's advantage in the muta battles, because the glaive worms are random. They do hit, you know, larvae, they hit buildings, they hit overlords that might be around. However, eOnzErG's third base is running. It's already mining gas. Remember, the 3 drones that went to mine gas for Naugrim were intercepted by eOnzErG's mutas. So... I mean, looks like, okay, we got Spore Colony on the way. eOnzErG coming back. He's got 11 mutas here. He's got 6 Zerglings. Anything else? He's got a few more mutas coming in. And it looks like 10 mutas, damaged mutas for Naugrim, whereas eOnzErG, I think, are at full health. Yeah, for the most part, they're at full health. That's also something to keep in mind. If you start the engagement at, you know, a third of your health, that doesn't really count as a full muta, right? So eOnzErG sending in a lot more units. It looks like this is a full rally. Everything from both players is being rallied now to this 9 o'clock base. This is the base. It might even just potentially die to splash damage from eOnzErG's mutas. And here we go. The big engagement coming in. Scourge for both players. This could be the deciding engagement in this game. Naugrim is losing a lot, but so is eOnzErG. Naugrim's +1 attack also finished, by the way. Even upgrades. The hatchery is taking glaive worm fire. It's at 87 HP, but crucially, Naugrim losing his entire Air Force. Naugrim losing the Air Force, losing the drones, and I think he will be losing this game. He's down to 24 supply against 48 for eOnzErG. The hatchery's bleeding all over the place. And GG from Naugrim. eOnzErG winning after 2 intense ZvZ matches. Wow, I cannot believe how good those 2 ZvZs were. Big air battles all over the place, and huge congratulations to eOnzErG for winning ESL Weekly number 6, taking down Naugrim, but congrats to Naugrim also for making the finals. Whew. That was some good stuff. But guys, we're not done yet, because now it is time for the Clash for Char. Or maybe not now, but the Clash for Char will be starting in just under 30 minutes.